Hello, my name is Noelle and I'm a dietitian here at Chichester Hospital.
Hello, I am Joanne and I'm also one of the paediatric dietitians here in Chichester.
And we've got 3 videos for you today where we're going to talk about the Eat Well Guide, and in our 2 later videos we will talk about various strategies on how to maintain a healthy weight. So right now I'm going to start with the Eat Well Guide and just take you through it and explain what it's used for. So we use the Eat Well Guide for various things. If you're out buying groceries in the supermarket, it can also be used if you're trying to choose what to have in a restaurant or a canteen. And it also can be used to choose foods on the go. You'll see here the Eat Well Guide divides all of our foods and drinks into 5 major food groups. There's also a little group here which is outside the main image. Now this group of foods usually tend to be quite high in fat, sugar and salt, so they're not really essential for our diet, and we're usually trying to reduce these in our diet. This group usually consists of chocolate, cakes and biscuits and crisps. So I'm going to go back to the main image now, and I'm going to just talk you through the green section here, which is our fruits and vegetables. The important aim here is to aim for 5 portions each day. Make sure that you include a variety of colours, or if you like, a rainbow of colours, to make sure that you have a variety of vitamins and minerals in your diet. So you can choose fruits and vegetables which are canned, juiced, fresh or frozen. A good idea to increase the fruit and vegetable content in your diet is maybe add them chopped up vegetables to stir fries, bologneses and chilies. Another thing to remember is if you're having a fruit juice or a smoothie, it's important to keep this to 150 ml per day, as these drinks can be high in sugar. It's also important to remember what your portion sizes are. So if you're having a portion of dried fruit, such as apricots, that can be about 30 grams. If you're having a portion of fruit, I've got some examples here. Just to give you an example, I've got 1 apple, which would be a portion of fruit, and I've also got 2 easy peeler mandarins, which also is a portion of fruit. Okay, so moving along now from the green section, I'm going to go into the other large section, which is your yellow section here, and this is your starchy carbohydrate. When you're choosing these foods, it's important to choose the high fibre whole grain varieties because they take longer to digest and therefore keep you fuller for longer and less likely to reach for those unhealthy snacks between meals. They also keep our blood sugar levels nice and stable. So I'm just going to give you an example. You could easily start your day off with some whole grain, low sugar cereal such as Weetabix. For lunch, you could choose a sandwich made from a granary bread or wholemeal bread. And then you could round off the day with an evening meal, which is based on some brown rice or whole grain pasta. Now, it's important to remember that some people do think the starchy carbohydrate are quite high in calories. But actually, if you compare them directly to fat, carbohydrate, gram for gram, contain less than half the calories of fat. It only depends what you place on the carbohydrate and how you cook it. So for example, if you serve a slice of toast with a large amount of full fat butter, this will increase the calorie and fat content of your slice of toast. I'm now going to hand you over to Jo to go through our next sections, the pink and the blue sections.
Lovely, thank you, Noelle. So I'm going to continue our journey around the Eat Well Guide, starting with our purple section here, which is our oils and spreads. So as Noelle has just said, oils and spreads, so this is your fat, is high in calories and therefore energy. So it's important that we don't have too much of this in our diets, but we do need some. So fat, like oils and spreads, help absorb some of our vitamins such as vitamin A, D, E and K, which is essential for your normal bodily function. So if you're looking at your heart health, we need to be going for those that are liquid at room temperature. So that is like your olive oil, your rapeseed oil or your sunflower oil, over those that are solid at room temperature, such as coconut oil or butter. This means that if your fat is in a liquid form. It is more of the unsaturated fats, which is more heart-healthy fats. So, moving on to our next section, the blue section here. This is your dairy and alternatives. Can you think what you might get from dairy? So this is milk. So milk is a really important source of calcium, which is vital for keeping your bones and teeth strong. It also provides us with a really good amount of iodine. Now, not many people know about this nutrient, and you might recognise it as a science experiment that you might have done in school. So, iodine is also really important for your normal brain growth and functioning. So, this is really important that we do include these products in our diets. So, with regards to milk, you might also have heard that this is fattening, and there's a lot of different types of milk and dairy products that you can have. This includes milk, yogurt, cheese, and your alternatives such as plant-based products. And you can get a full dietary intake from plant-based diet, but you do need to make sure that you are looking for those fortified alternatives, such as your oat milks or your almond milk, or maybe something like hazelnut milk or cashew milk. Okay, so moving on to our pink section here. This is your meat, fish, eggs and pulses, the main source of our protein intake. So again, you might have heard that it can be quite fattening, but a lot of it is in the choices that you make, whether you go for a leaner mince, for example, or a higher fat mince, and how you cook this. So with regards to your fish, it's really important that you get a combination of oily fish, which provides us with vital omega-3 fats, as well as something else like white fish, which is a really good source of iodine. Okay, so finally, hydration. This is something that not many people think of as part of our nutrition, but it's really important for keeping you hydrated throughout the day and keeping your concentration levels up. So with regards to your fluid intake, you can have any variety of no added sugar fluid. So this could be water, which is great, but if you prefer something like a no added sugar squash, milk, or one of your glasses of fruit juice for your one portion of fruit and vegetables, then that's okay too. And now I'll hand you back to Noelle.
Thank you, Jo, for taking us through the Eat Well guide there, and hope you have all found that a little bit helpful to help you choose when you're out and about choosing foods on the go. Maybe you're doing your shopping in the supermarket, or maybe you're in a restaurant or canteen choosing the best meal to have. I hope that you'll join us for our next 2 videos, which will focus on various strategies on how to maintain a healthy weight. So strategies like healthy cooking at home and how to eat out healthily as well. So we hope you can join us.
We'll see you there.